From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Throwing Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
A give running right, it's Hubbard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Buccaneers had 12-3 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They go play action with Hurts.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Tucker's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Running the sweep with McLaurin.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
But first down, Hurts. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Hubbard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
On a sneak, it's Hurts. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there, he didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead is Robinson.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
79, Panther 11, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
On 2nd down and 4. Hurts. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hubbard. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Kene Nwagu. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 5. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
From the 29, Jones. Bryant with a catch right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run the draw here with Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there. and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hurts is going to try and run.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throwing, Jones.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off play action. Jones. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Robinson up the middle.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 18-yard line.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 12.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. He targets Ingram for another grab.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
19 right.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. It returns it right back to Samuel. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
I think someone's going to get into QB1 too when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Reload.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chuba Hubbard. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
Firing Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. taking it about the 16.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On third down, Robinson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call.
Take over first down 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete, Samuel.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw.
Into the hands of Ingram.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And he's able to clock it with time remaining. And now they'll have a shot at a long field goal that is going to decide this game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Bucs,
they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.